Hello, everybody. Thanks for checking in with Callie. Happy holidays to you. So, of course, we all know about Kawhi Leonard being out the last couple games against the Thunder and the Celtics due to a hip pointer injury. He got hip checked by, I believe, Grant Williams in the Dallas game. And I think that's what, ultimately, made, or where he got injured at. And it kept him out these last couple games. So hopefully he'll be back. He's projected to be back, against the Charlotte Hornets, which is, I think they play them Tuesday. So, he's projected to be back then, but they say it's nothing serious or anything like that. So, it's definitely a good sign in regards to, Clipper Nation. But, the last couple games, the Clippers looked, they looked lethargic at best at times. And then they looked, just flat, at some point during both of those games, especially the one against the Celtics. At home, there again, of course, Kawhi isn't there, as you heard me speak on my last video about this. You can check that out as well. But him not being there, they look lost in regards to more so the defensive end. And then, of course, offensively, that's going to, suffer as well, because Kawhi is like basically a 30-point scorer any given night he wants to be, So usually he averages around 26, 27, his really peak years and stuff like that, even a couple of years ago. But that's usually somewhere around he averages. But, basically around 30 points is what you're missing when Kawhi Leonard's not on the floor. The Clippers, as I said before, you can't teach effort. And even if Kawhi Leonard's not there, or even if Paul George or one of the other players are not there, effort-wise, you still got to go out there and make it happen on defense, because these last two teams are going to come in trying to make an example out of you, because they know how good your team is. And even though you're wounded, one guy being down, you still have enough talent on the floor to not give up 145 points to the Celtics on your home floor, where Jason Tatum and the law firm just look dominant. Derek White is just running around doing his thing, and they're just playing at it looked a little easy for them, a little bit too easy for them, almost like the Clippers were just flat with no energy. And it's been rebounding's been a little bit of an issue, for them as well. But it's only been a couple of games, so it's no need to really overreact too much. And besides, Kawhi is coming back, and they'll be back at full strength soon. So, maybe they can, start up another winning streak, because, when Kawhi was, playing, they just looked really unbeatable to me. They really did. I can't say any other team really stood out the way the Clippers did. Like, other teams are winning, but the way the Clippers were winning and how they were defending and how they were all playing on one accord, it just looked like they were the best team in the league this last, month or so, in the season. So, especially, and Kawhi looked like an MVP caliber type player this last month in the season, which I think definitely speaks loud into regards to how they, are as a team when he's around, and what he provides, and how much, he dictates a game. And his impact and his presence being out there on the floor really makes things a lot easier for everybody else, because it allows Paul George not to have to guard the best team's player on the opposing team, which, takes away from some of his offense, because he's using a lot of energy on the defensive end. Whereas Kawhi can do that at a high level and score and don't even look like he's even tired. So, it's just levels to it, And it's not even saying that Paul George can't defend the top players on teams, because he can. It's just that specifically Jason Tatum in that Celtics game, he never seems to be able to guard Jason Tatum very well. Jason Tatum dropped him a couple times, in his career in regards to crossovers and things like that. Just, he's always kind of sort of gotten the best of Paul George. Every time Paul George has defended him, it's just something about that matchup to me where it just doesn't work out for PG. But, PG did have 21 points. Shout out to him for that, but he definitely needed more. And like I said, really, I understand the reason why. The Clippers were down that game pretty badly. In the OKC game, SGA was just getting what he wanted. They were just running plays, looked like they were at practice at some point during that game. It just looked a little too easy in spurts in that game for them, which allowed them to just basically, beat the Clippers there. But, hopefully, like I said, for Kawhi, like I said, he'll be back, against the Charlotte Hornets. That gives him a few days rest. That gives him a couple days to kind of recover, chill with the family for the holidays, but, get right back to it, right after that. And hopefully they can, maybe go on another run, as I said. Because even though they lost only 2 games, but those 2 games are crucial because, in the standings, you want to kind of keep up because, you lose 2-3 games in a row. It could take you from like the 4th seed all the way to like the 7th or 8th seed playing tournament type team. And I know it's kind of early in the season and things like that, but you want to get a grasp on the standings as much as you can and separate yourself as much as you can from opposing teams to put yourself in better position to rest your guys when it comes near the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? So these games can't be taken for granted, which is the reason why Ty Lue and, the Claw and PG actually agreed this offseason to take the regular season more seriously so they can actually rest a lot more down the stretch and be ready to, go in the playoffs. So, I mean, these games really do count. And the fact that the Clippers have been playing so good as a unit cohesively, they actually have a chance to, take that number 1 spot from the Timberwolves. I mean, if they can keep up, they really actually have that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those opportunities where, the Clippers, they want to be healthy enough to try to go after that or attempt that and put themselves in, the best position they can before, before the playoffs and, not be trying to fight, and claw at the end like they did last year, trying to, make sure they get into the playoffs rather than fall to the play-in tournament. You see what I'm saying? It all correlates, you know what I'm saying? How you play this part of the season really makes a difference, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people may not think that it does, but it really does. And that's what the Clippers have to focus on. They have to focus on staying healthy in order to do so. So hopefully, Kawhi is getting the treatment he needs, which I believe he is. And I'm not hearing nothing rah-rah out that situation. So everything seems to be a good situation. Everything seems to be going well. He should be back, with the next game or 2 and, should be ready to go. And I hope the Clippers maybe, make a push so they can, maybe get close to that number 1 seed. Because I think if they start applying pressure, that 2nd, 3rd seed, threatening for that number 1 spot, and then they actually face the Timberwolves, that would be a big matchup. And, it would just go a long way for their confidence as their team and what they can do as, a cohesive unit. Because like I said, when this Clippers team is all together, what we've seen so far when Kawhi is leading the troops, they are unbeatable. And they look like a team that not even the Celtics want to see. The Celtics got by on this one, but we all know if the Celtics played Kawhi Leonard along with OKC, I think both of them games would have been a lot different. And even if the Clippers would have lost one of those games, which I think the Clippers probably would have won both, but even they would like won one, lost one, or whatever, however you want to look at it, the score would have been a lot closer. You're not putting 145 points on the Clippers, and the Clippers got 108, I believe, with Kawhi Leonard on the floor, because I don't think you actually have the opportunity to score that much with Kawhi Leonard on the floor. You might score, maybe 120, maybe 116, somewhere in there. But I mean, usually when Kawhi is on the floor, the offense doesn't flow that well for the opposing team. So, I mean, it makes a lot of difference with him not being there. And he was sorely missed in the 2 games against the Celtics and, OKC. But like I said, there's always time for redemption for the Clippers. They got plenty of games left, and just get healthy as quickly as possible. Take these next couple days off, enjoy time with your family, rest up a little bit, and just get ready for Tuesday.